Hello all, welcome back. Today we are going to learn about strings in C. A string is a collection of characters stored in an array and terminated by a special character called the null character. This null character is written as / followed by a 0. Unlike Python or Java, there is no separate string data type in C. Strings are all stored as character arrays. Taking into example our ATM machines, logging systems, or chat applications, every day we use strings. We store names, passwords, we store sentences, we process inputs, texts, we build user interfaces, we handle files, etc. So we obviously need strings. So this is a simple example of how to declare and initialize a string in C. Right. Character, name, the size is not mentioned for the array, equal to program is written inside double quotes. So program is the string here which is initialized inside double quotes. If suppose I don't have string, what should I do? Can I store each character separately like this? Look, a string is being written inside double quotes, whereas a character is written inside single quotes. Can I write a character by character method like this to store each character separately? No, that becomes inconvenient, inefficient. So, strings are very important in C programming. How should I declare a string? One most common important method is this: character name of size of the array. This declares a string which can hold 9 characters followed by one null character. Why 9? Because one space is always reserved for the null character at the end of the string. Important point to remember. Right, moving on to the initialization of strings. There are 3 methods to initialize strings. Method 1 is using double quotes, which we have already seen. The compiler automatically adds a null character. How should the memory look like? Look, program followed by the null character. Whereas method 2 is character by character, where I must add manually the null character here. Right? Fine. So in the case of character by character, so I will say program followed by the null character, everything written inside single quotes and all separated by comma. So here we must add the null character manually. If we forget, the string will not terminate properly. Right. The last method is initialization with size. This is the third method. Look, character name of 10 is equal to program. The remaining memory spaces here. So what is the memory space used? The size of the array is 10. program takes 7 plus 1 size. The remaining spaces are left unused. But again, null character is automatically added here. Done. Fine. How should I read strings? To read a string, I can use scanf. Scanf %s, name. Important point to note, there is no ampersand here, unlike our previous examples of integers. This has one problem. What is the problem? It stops reading at the first space. Whenever the first space is encountered, this scanf stops reading. For example, if user has entered C programming as input, only C is stored. So this method is limited. The next, can I use getS? Is getS safe or unsafe? getS is actually not recommended. It's not a good programming practice to use getS. Why? Because getS reads the full line including spaces. But the problem is it does not know the size of the array. For example, look here, character name of 5, getS of name. If the user has inputted A, B, C, D, E, there are 5 letters plus 1 null character, which equals 6 characters, but the array size is only 5. This causes the buffer overflow problem. This can even crash the program or create security issues. So that is why getS is removed from modern C standards nowadays. So the real problem of using getS is that getS does not know the size of the array. So what should I do? Right. So fgetS is a recommended method. This is the safer method. Why this is considered safe? Let us see. fgetS takes the syntax fgetS of str, size of str, stdin. Right. Let us look at the parameters. str is nothing but a character array. Size of str is nothing but the maximum number of characters to read. stdin is the standard input, our keyboard. It reads at most size minus 1 characters. Automatically it adds the null character. Right? So why it is considered safe? It is considered safe because it takes the size as argument. It reads at most size minus 1 characters. It automatically adds the null character and it prevents buffer overflow problem. To make you understand better, let me get into this simple example. You can read it confidently line by line, right? Inside main function, I have a character array which stores string of size 20. I'm asking the user to input their full name, enter your full name, right? So fgetS safely reads the input and I'm printing the output using printf. Right. So if the size is 20, maximum 19 characters are read, plus 1 is for the null character. So this is very safe. No overflow is possible here. So the safest method is the fgetS method. So hope you have understood strings, the basics of strings in C programming. Strings are the bridge between humans and the computers. Without strings, it is difficult for the computer to communicate with us. Any doubts? Post it in the comment section. I'll be happy to clear your doubts. Happy learning. Thank you so much.